Hi everybody, it's 4:15 here on Monday afternoon. I am not in work this week, thankfully, so I'm just trying to catch up and I don't feel like I'm having much luck. I've set myself a to-do list and I'm working through that. I've done a lot of the smaller jobs. So, that's just on a bit of paper. So there we go. You can see the ticks are the ones that I've already done. I added a few things to that as I've gone along because I've been distracted. The house at the moment is a mess. I tidied it up yesterday and as fast as I tidy it up it gets messed up. So we'll just do a quick tour so that you can see what the house is like, and then hopefully I can get stuff done and then we'll see what happens after that. So let's take you and see what the house is like. So this at the moment is the bed. I was tidying my junk drawer out and this is stuff that really doesn't belong in there. The envelope is to do with my child benefit for Emma because she's obviously in college, so every year you get a renewal saying basically, do you still need to have the child benefit? So I just need to put that away. Down here, just need to shut the drawer. So it's not too bad. The bed's the main aspect in here, and I do need to empty the rubbish out. Emma's room, I'm not even going to talk about. Bathroom's okay. Let's just open the shower curtain. I did clean that yesterday. I just need to do a quick wipe down in there today. This is what I need to tackle next. As you can see, it's a dump, but it's a bit of a dumping ground at the moment. That box and the wardrobe and the unit next to it aren't going to be in here much longer. And over here is just a mess because we've started stripping the walls. I don't know if you can see, it's a bit of a mess, but it is wood chip. And for those of you who don't know wood chip, whoever invented it needs to be shot or made to come and strip everybody who was daft enough to put it on. That wall, just to do that bit, which is probably about 8 feet, 9 feet, took 6 hours to do. So we're looking at what, a foot, just over a foot an hour. And that's to do that. So, and we have got all of this to do yet, but that's really not going to get done until later on in the week. So I'm just going to do a quick tidy up. So that's Matthew's room. Come downstairs. I've just left my bag there. In here is not too bad. Emma just needs a quick sweep and that bag moving. And we'll go into the back room and you can see for yourself how bad it is. As you can see, it's pretty bad. Hopefully most of it is superficial. The ironing just does need to be put away. And obviously the dishes in the dishwasher have been cleaned, they just need putting away as well. The dishes on the side I might just hand wash. The main thing is the blinking bunnies. Why I decided 6 years ago to have them in the house, I have no idea. I know it's probably because we have foxes in the garden and I didn't want to come down one morning to find all blood and fur and dead bodies all over the place, but in terms of the sawdust and the mess they make, it drives me mad. And Emma doesn't help either. She can see that was what she did this morning. She just picked the rabbits up, sawdust all over the paw, so obviously she takes them out, the sawdust falls off and it just gets trodden in all over the place. So I'm sick of hoovering and sweeping up, and Emma would just leave it. Unfortunately, Emma seems to be like Craig and doesn't see it. I'm the only one that does, and it does drive me bonkers, and you'll have to... God, I look a mess. I'm staying at home, so I've not bothered with makeup today. I don't know, maybe after seeing this I might end up putting makeup on at home. Who knows? But yeah, that is my house on a typical day. No matter how hard I tidy it up. I wish I'd recorded it yesterday morning before everyone turned up, then you would see the house how I would like it. But working full time, we had a family round yesterday. I am behind with the ironing and the washing, so I'm trying to catch up with that. It's hard, and I so envy those women who seem to have it all under control and on top of everything. I don't. I wish I did. Various reasons why I don't. I'll probably go into those another time. Maybe I'm just lazy, I don't know. But I do try, and I know I should get the kids and Craig involved, but sometimes it's just easier to do it myself, and that's probably where my problem is. So I'm going to crack on now, get the ironing put away and make a start on Matthew's room. So we'll see you in a bit. Well, it's 5:20 now and things starting to look a little bit more respectable. As you can see, cleared the bed and the pillow from over there, so that's just my planner that I'll be using in a bit, so that's why that's left out. Let's go into Matthew's room. Right, bit of a difference in here. I will admit I haven't cleaned in here. I have just tidied though. I've hoovered the floor, put things back, and I have given the surfaces a quick dust with that. It's not worth cleaning it properly, just simply because later on in the week I am going to be back stripping the walls, so I've not mopped and I've not really done a good clean. But as you can see, looking a lot better. I've also changed his quilt to a summer weight one. It's getting a bit warm for him to have the winter one, and I've just put some of his books away. In a few months' time, hopefully, once this room's stripped, we're actually going to be getting rid of a lot of this stuff. So that little blue box and the wardrobe will be going, along with that little drawer unit and the desk. Matthew has pretty much been the dumping ground, Matthew's room, so we thought it's about time we gave him his own proper space with stuff that he wants and hasn't been donated or handed down. So the main thing is getting this wood chip off the wall. Ugh, I'm so not looking forward to that. Okay, in here you can see the bag's gone, and I have swept up, and I've also got rid of the bits of paper that were on the table. Hoovered in here, got rid of the bag, and then the ironing's been put away, and you can actually see the work surfaces. Now the dishes are just ready to go in, but it's not quite a full load, so I'll do those once we've had dinner, which I'm just about to start doing. We're on sausage, egg, chips and beans for dinner, and then fruit salad for after. So better crack on with that, because I've got to be out in an hour ready to go to quilting club. So I'm just getting my quilting stuff together. I've got just a small quilting mat, I think it's A3. It's more than adequate for what I need it for. And then in here I've got a ruler, which is all marked up. I've got some instructions on how to do some blocks, and then just some fabric. Now I need to finish these off. These are going to be like a windmill. Yeah, so they'll look like that, obviously, but in my fabric. So that's what I'm going to work on tonight. I might decide to do the churn dash block next, but we'll see when we get there. So, time to get going. I mustn't forget my sewing machine today, like I did last time. Luckily there's a spare one there. So I'll just put my planner in. And phone. And I just need to get the purse, and then I'm going to, well, now I'll take my other handbag, I think. Right, so off we go. So this is what I was working on at Quilting Club last night, just two little triangles, or kites I think the block is called. They're not perfect and the edges don't match up, but they caused me such a nightmare. I just kept sewing them the wrong way, attaching the wrong pieces or putting them on the wrong way. They both need an iron and they both need all the edges trimming off. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. Definitely not an expert, very much a novice, but hopefully learning as I go along. So they're going to form part of a sampler throw cover to go downstairs once I've decorated the front room along with all the other little blocks that I have done. So yep, that's what I was working on. Hi everyone, it's Tuesday morning, it's about 10:30 now, and I've taken Emma to college and I've just done a bit of tidying and cleaning up, and now I'm taking Matthew into Manchester, or town as he's calling. We promised him a few weeks ago that we would take him to a shop called Manic, and unfortunately we got there, it was closed. We've literally just got there as it closed, so we're taking him back there again, and then also taking Right, so we decided to call in at the Lowry. Got the Imperial War Museum just over there. The Lowry Theatre. And then the Lowry Shop Outlet Mall, which you can probably just see through there. Manchester was a bit dull, so we thought we'd do this instead. Well, Manchester didn't quite work out as I expected. There was a points failure, so we ended up driving to the Lowry because I thought I could park there, and then we could get the tram into Manchester. And when we got back, because I knew there was some things that I needed from there, I thought I'd go and buy what I needed and then get the parking validated. Only to find that they've stopped doing that parking validation, and it's now £1 an hour up to 4 hours. So we made it with 2 minutes to spare for 3 hours. So we came back and we ended up going to Asda because I needed to pick up just a few bits, just some basics like milk and potato waffles and some salad. So Matthew got his rocket. Let's just show you the rocket. It's quite a retro rocket. It looks like he's probably... there we go. Let's just turn it around. So there's his rocket. As you can see, it's like a tin style, and if you press the nose, it raises up and kind of flips down like that. So that's Matthew's rocket. Good morning everybody, it's Wednesday morning. The weather out here is, at the moment it's dry, a little dull. So we're going to spend most of the day at home. The plan for my morning especially is to dye my hair. I've always got this really white streak, I don't know if you can see it too well on here, that just doesn't seem to hold colour, and for a while I had been debating about going really light blonde. So yesterday when I was in the shops I bought this, which is the L'Oreal Paris Preference Infinia, which is 10.21 Stockholm, very light blonde. So we'll see how we go. Hopefully if this works out, then who knows, I might keep this colour. If I don't like it, then I can always go darker. This afternoon it's going to be working on Matthew's wall, carrying on stripping that. As you can see, I've got an old t-shirt on already. It's just full of bleach stains and probably dye and maybe a bit of paint. So that's to protect the clothes, that's to protect my skin and anything else that I'm wearing underneath. So off we go. Alright, as you can see, I've just put the colour on my hair. I've now got to wait 30 minutes to see how it turns out and to rinse it out. There's a colour extend with it which I can use in week 3 and week 6, because this really stubborn white streak, or grey streak if you want to look at it that way, it doesn't hold the colour very well, which is why I'm hoping to go lighter, so that's disguised a little bit more. I've tried colours in the past, I've gone darker, I've gone lighter, and nothing seems to colour it, even whether I do it at home or whether the hairdressers do it. So I just thought I might as well stick with doing it at home. So we'll see what happens in 30 minutes. As on the box, in fact nowhere near as light, and even the darkest is still that one. My hair is still darker than that. You can see it's not even really touched where I have my white streak, unless it has. That's been the only place it has touched, but obviously because that's so stubborn you can't tell, and that's the colour it's meant to be. So I don't think I'll be using this again. I'm disappointed because I did really want that colour, but maybe I need to go to the hairdresser to get it done, or maybe it's probably a good thing because it might have been too big of a shock, the difference, who knows, but I won't be buying that one again, so let's put that in the bin. So I'm just going to head off now and start doing Matthew's room. I'm going to tie my hair back, strip the walls, that's why I'm still wearing this tatty old t-shirt. It's one you tend to use all my dirty jobs in. So off we go. Right, I'm now ready to start doing Matthew's room. As I said, I've got wood chip, so I've got a hand. I'm steam stripper to help me, but whilst that's warming up, I've been told to use one of these, which is just like a scorer, which you just go like that on the walls, and it's supposed to help to score the wallpaper. And I've also got a bowl of water with some wallpaper stripper in, just to, whilst it's all warming up, just to help try and loosen the wood chip. So let's make a start. It's just after 2 o'clock and the steamer has just finished. I've actually done better than I thought. That wallpaper came off really easily. As you can hear, it's almost like a plasterboard, whereas if you listen to this, that is a bit more solid. You have to excuse the playing. But also as well, that is like an example of how it was coming off on this wall. This is that wall. So I'm kind of hoping, that took me about 15 minutes to do, would you believe? The rest of the time it's just been trying to get this stuff done. So I don't know what the rest of the walls are going to be like. I'm hoping they're going to be as easy as this, but I don't think they are. Guess we'll have to see. So I'm just going to go get a drink, get Matthew something to eat, and then I'll get back to it whilst the steamer's cooling down. Hi, it's 4:10 and steamer's finished again, so I'm going to call it quits. As you can see, I've almost done that wall. I do need to take the blinds down, but yeah, all around there has been stripped, and most around there. Yeah, there's a few things that need to be done. It didn't come off as easily as this, and I kind of gave up the ghost on that. I just wanted to see if the rest of the walls were going to be as bad as this one. It's not looking that way, so hopefully it should be an easier job for Emma. I'm going to let her finish removing that stuff and the rest of the walls, and that's probably going to be done next week. So I've got all this to clean up and Matthew's bed to put back, and then hopefully it will be time to start dinner. Well, it's Thursday morning, it's about 11:20, and this morning I haven't really done anything. I've just not been motivated to do anything. I've taken Emma to college, yes, but most of the time I've just spent watching Ugly Betty, which has probably made me feel a bit the way I feel now, because I know when I binge watch anything like that, any TV programme where I watch more than one episode and then don't get up and do anything, I do feel guilty. perhaps I shouldn't binge watch, but there are days when I just think I'm going to. I'm nearly at the end of season 2, I've just got one episode to watch, so I'm going to try and resist holding off watching season 3 or more than one episode of season 3 for a few weeks yet, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, the plan for today, or for the rest of the day I should say, is we're going to see Angry Birds. Not really into Angry Birds, but Matthew wants to go and see it. I've got to take Craig's belt back to that I got him for his birthday because it's the wrong size. He's insisting that it's a 36 waist. It's not much bigger, but the sizes go 34 to 36 and then 38 to 40. So I thought, no, I will stick to the size he says he is, and got the 34 to 36, which is too small. I'm also going to get some more coffee pods, and I'm not sure what else, maybe have a wander around, but the main thing is to go and see Angry Birds. So when I get back from there, I'm going to do the zone clean of the front room. With having the bunnies in there, it does need a good clean, probably a bit more frequently than anywhere else, because I get all the bunny fluff and all the sawdust obviously gets everywhere. So yeah, that's the plan for today. We'll have to see how that goes. Well, we're back from the Trafford Centre after watching Angry Birds. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought it might have been. Definitely only for little kids though. Teenagers, no. Whilst we're at the Trafford Centre, I also got some hay fever stuff for Emma until we can get front to the doctors and get prescription filled. And I took Craig's belt back, which I knew wouldn't fit him for his birthday, but well, he insists it's a 36-inch waist. And I also got some more Nespresso coffee pods. So I think I was pretty restrained. I could have spent a lot longer there, but I didn't, trying to save money. So I'm now going to see about cleaning the front room. I'm just doing like a zone clean. Like I said, it has the bunnies in there and it gets full of all their fluff, so I'm gonna crack on with that now. Friday afternoon, and Matthew and I have been to Hobbycraft this morning because part of Matthew's homework is to make a dream catcher. So I looked online to find out what we needed and if we could buy any kits, but the kits wouldn't have been here in time. So we went to Hobbycraft and we went to get the the stuff we needed. So we have a hoop. I'm making one as well. So I've just taken a very small embroidery hoop and I'm just using the inside bit of that. I've got some beads, no, not the ones for that. Got some of the thread to make all the things, and then some feathers. Ones come out. And Matthew is having a go on his own, and up to now he's got one of the Quixels kits, and he has made a sword, diamond sword I think, from Minecraft. Right, that is Matthew's dream catcher. So we wrapped the hoop with the wool, we've kind of done some of the threading, and we put feathers and beads on it. So he's now just got a book review to do. And he's also made a pixel ninja. So it's just one of the beads which you just spray with water and they all stick together. So that's what we've done this afternoon. I've also had my hair cut, just a trim really, so nothing really different to look at. And we're now just about to have some Chinese takeaway, so Craig's gone to pick it up and then we'll sit down and enjoy all that.